It's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, 70 years of being a positive influence. PTSD and invasion of privacy. I'm kind of going through it at the moment. About it, like 8 months ago or something, I came to a breaking point with PTSD. There were lots of different things that happened throughout my life, like being physically abused, being sexually abused, like being molested numerous times by different people, rape, things like that. But my entire life, I was coping with it and dealing with it, you know, as best as a person does. And it wasn't until privacy became destroyed in our society and that people who were close to me, like people who were like arm's length away from me, suddenly started having access, you know, to my privacy and using it against me. That's when I broke. And the really lousy thing about that is that, like, after having gone through that, I'm not able to talk about that particular thing. You know, I remember telling one of these people, right, like looking one of these people in the eye and telling them, do you have any idea what this is like, right? And I'm like, have you ever been molested? It's like that. You know, there's no bruises, right? You know, I'm not in the hospital getting my rectum stitched back together or something, right? But, you know, when you incur PTSD, it is a brain injury. It can revert itself, but it's a brain injury. You know, and you don't need to see people in front of you getting killed or raped to have PTSD. Right? I've had numerous people tell me, you're not a war vet, that's not possible. You're not the expert. I've just, you know, and halfway through that, then I started dealing with this thing again, where it's like, it's just like, it's so, you know, some jackass like Matt Walsh can invade my privacy, and I can report him to YouTube, and they will do absolutely nothing about it. Or Brad Warner, you know, who's been invading my privacy for God knows how long, and literally capitalizing upon me to make money, and mocking me and ridiculing me in the process. You know, or the reason why I'm not really a part of Buddhism anymore is because every teacher I've ever had, right, has invaded my privacy. You know? And when you think about it, when you're me, like, you are a minority, right? And I am one of the most ridiculed minorities, you know, that have ever existed. Actually, maybe not the most, but, you know, we're in a discrimination Olympics. You know, it's between racism or like the LGBT kind of spectrum. You know, and even in the LGBT spectrum, it's like I am the most laughable, the most hated. You know, I'm the one that like people accuse me of being a gay dude all the time. Gay dudes want nothing to do with me. right? Gay men want nothing to do with me. Even the macho ones, they don't want anything to do with me. I was watching Euphoria, and the father of Nate, you know, is blowing up in front of his family and saying, yeah, I'm a... I can't use the word, but, you know, the F word for the gay guy, you know, I'm that, and I sleep with, like, transsexuals, and I sleep with women, kind of thing, and where was I going with this? You know, even still, like even this show that is like giving representation to people like me, right, is accusing the people, the guys, you know, who are attracted to us as being gay or bisexual or something along this line, right? And it's like, I don't see how that happens, right? And I'm telling you from my experience, right? Like, I have never, you know, I have met some guys who were clearly, you know, like, even the logic of it, right? You know, if you look at someone who has no testosterone, who, like, looks female, smells female, everything about her is female, so she has this one birth defect. Yet that birth defect is on a female. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, right? Some people like big women, some people don't. Even the show that provides us like some degree of representation is also destroying who and what we are. You know, and really at the very bottom core of it, very bottom core of it, although nowadays you can't just be blatantly in the face of like a person who's a gay male or like a lesbian and just like blatantly hurl slanders at them in their face, right? You can do it to us, right? So hence we've become the new punching bag, right? And when you punch down, you know, it's a long, long line of punching down when you get down to me. But if you don't have any privacy, right, obviously it's going to make it worse. Obviously it's going to get worse, right? When you were the laughing stock, you know, when you were like, when it's Benny Hill, you know, when it's, you know, as if transitioning wasn't bad enough. Imagine doing it with a lack of privacy and the people who are closest to you, right? The people whom you have an affinity to, you know, whether friend or foe, right? You know, are invading your privacy and harassing you, you know, or just rubbing your nose in it or something, or coming for you. It only makes my situation worse. Right? You can ban conversion therapy. You can ban conversion therapy. Right? But if you provide people the tools to accost people like me, what good has it done? What good has it done? Right? Because like every other human being out there, you know, I'm flawed too. You know, it's one thing to have like Matt Walsh, you know, invade your privacy and stalk you and try to capitalize upon controversy and whatnot, right? It's another thing when it's like the people are like an arm's length away from you. You know, I'd been through being molested. I'd been through physical abuse. I'd been raped. That didn't break me. It definitely weakened me. It didn't break me. Having people who are close to me, who invaded my privacy, and fucked with my head, that broke me.